She with the bars, callow, cocking with a hot pen. You can't kill it with this glove, it will not fit. Evidence will not stick. Rapping with a self-respecting southerner. So bro, what's in your pot? Those are not grits. Spit bars, I stand behind mine. Sentences I serve, maximize guidelines. My lawyer can't give me his advice when he's beats that I murder carry mandatory minimums of life. Yikes. In case you didn't get the point, we spit bars. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to The Maximum Sentence, where there's conviction behind the bars. I'm your man, AJ Throwback. Great to be here with y'all on another Sunday night. And we got a special guest in the building. My main man from way back, my man KAE-9 in the building with us. The virtual building, that is. What's going on, brother? Uh-oh, I think he might have froze, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me 1 second. I think it's pulling in. You there, Kay?
Yeah, it came back.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. So we official now, you know what I'm saying? Got my man KAE-9 in the virtual building. What's going on, my brother?
Yeah, sure, man. Feeling good. Feeling great. You know, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. Great to be here with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I know the people on Instagram Live, like, where's he at? You know, we can, you know what I'm saying? But you know, the thing is, it's like I ain't want to try to have to pull you in on both Instagram Live and on StreamYard too. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm able to feed the audio in for my Instagram folks. So shout out to everybody that's on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? And of course, our YouTube audience and everything. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. This is episode 35 of The Maximum Sentence. Once again, where there's conviction behind the bars. I'm your man, AJ Throwback. Great to be here with y'all on a great Sunday evening, you know what I'm saying? Coming fresh off of you know, Thanksgiving. My man K got a hit though at work, you know what I'm saying?
They told me up, I ain't gonna lie. They told me up. But you know what that means, right?
More money.
You already know.
That's right, man. But great to have you here, man.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man. Been 5 years since I'd have had you on any of my platforms, man. So this is definitely.
Oh man, God, I forgot about that one too. Yeah.
That's going back to the Breakout Kings days.
yeah, that was a good time too. That was a good time.
Absolutely, man.
I met the good man Ryan Lucas on that joint.
Yes, sir. You know, so that was a great time right there. Anybody who hasn't seen that, I may have that on my YouTube channel. I
think it's still up. I think I saw it still up somewhere.
Yeah, it's definitely if not on my channel, then it's definitely on the Win DC channel. If you go back to the old Breakout Kings radio show episodes, great conversation with my man KAE-9 and my man Ryan Lucas, you know what I'm saying? So and then they end up doing a song together. You know,
yeah, we did. That's how it worked, man.
Yes, indeed. But I definitely want to make sure I show some love to folks that's tuned in on Instagram. Shout out to my pops in love, Mr. Marvin Armstrong on the check-in on Instagram. My sis, Dr. Yolanda D. Barb on the check-in. Illville the producer on the check-in on Instagram as well. I think this is Vrama Bhumika. I guess I don't want to jack up your name there, but appreciate you for tuning in. And my man Keith, KB's Third Life on Instagram as well. Definitely appreciate you for tuning in. I think we might got some folks on YouTube as well. Yes, my sis decided to come over to YouTube, Miss B's Academy. Said, I'm catching you online at work. It's exam day here for the girls. Definitely appreciate the dedication to tuning in. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a different time zone because she's in the UAE. So it's a totally different time zone over there. Yeah. So that's dedication right there. Shout out to my sis, Melanin Official, on the check-in on Instagram as well. You know what I mean? So for those of y'all who don't know, my man, me first and foremost, me and Keenan, we have gone back like almost 20 years.
History.
Yeah, man.
Real. History. Real.
Absolutely.
Back when I was a young lad. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now we elder statesmen now.
we are, and it's beautiful too.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. So, you know, it was only right. And plus it was only right that I had K on this song because, I mean, this is a song basically talking about being about your business and, you setting your price. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because the whole saying, yesterday's price is not today's price.
Oh yeah, we was already talking about that, man.
Right, exactly.
We talk about that. You
Right,
know,
right, exactly. And
it's all about benefiting from your craft, man. Whatever you do,
that's right.
you should benefit from it.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's only right that I had my man be the feature on my song What Can $10 Get Me? You know what I mean? So because this now, first and foremost, he's when I first started really charging people, he was one of the first people to actually say, you know what? Whatever your asking price is, I got you. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
work
This man
man.
flowed me lots and lots of business, and I definitely appreciate that. Like he's somebody who respects business. He's somebody who's about his business. I've admired the way that he's carried business as well. You know what
Thank
I'm
you,
saying? And I've learned a lot from you and how you roll. You know what I'm saying? And I think we kind of feed off of each other in that way.
you
And
already know that.
yeah, yeah. And it's important that we do that as independent artists, that we feed off of each other and help each other to grow as much as we possibly can, you know.
Very,
So it's only right
very.
that you own this song with me, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So my man got the second verse, and it's funny that we mentioned Ryan Lucas because Ryan, he got the exclusive before anybody else heard it. Like
Oh
he got
yeah.
so yeah, he was playing it on his platform, Afro Cool. Shout out my man Ryan Lucas for playing it on Afro Cool first.
That's my.
When he heard your verse, he was like, "Yo, who's that?" I was like, "That's Keenan." And he was like,
Yeah.
"For real?" I was like, yeah." He was like, "Yo, he's
Yeah.
on hard." I'm like, "Yeah," that's why he's on it.
But you know how I carry myself, man. I know it'd be like, man, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't talk too much. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So it could throw somebody off. Like, hold up, wait, that was him?
right.
Yeah, yeah, I appreciate it though.
Yeah, no doubt, no
Yeah.
doubt, absolutely, no doubt. But yeah, let's so you got the second verse. I know this will be a little bit of a refresher for you. I know a lot of people they write verses all the time. I do the same thing. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? I don't always remember all my verses, you know what I'm saying? But the beautiful thing about it is we got the audio set up.
Oh,
We
we
can,
got the audio. The
you
audio
know
is
what I'm
always
saying?
good. Yeah.
Boom. So we can play the joint real quick.
Yes,
Let
sir.
people hear it, let you hear it, and
Uh,
then we might not necessarily go line for line, but I'm gonna pick certain lines out and ask some questions based on
that's it. That's the one. All right. Bet.
yeah. So let's get it.
Yeah, nigga flow off the Richter. Don't come around me asking about what $10 get your shit. Cause I'ma tell you not a motherfucking thing. What was you when a nigga had his pockets in a sling, boy? Probably commentating from the sideline. Now niggas trying to give me high fives. Come again, nigga. Take that high five, -4, my guy. And that's the only fuck I gotta give, nigga. Why lie? Yeah. As of late, I feel like top 5. I'm thinking home run, they hoping for a pop fly. I'm putting hits out, but shit, I've been a wise guy. Minus the shooting time, I coattail, they tryna ride. They peek, then I'm peeking, it ain't a secret. So if it ain't about the money, then we ain't speaking. If niggas talk about features, I'm talking figures now. Can hear him now, this nigga can't think he jigger now. Wow.
Yes,
Mm,
sir.
mm.
So that hard body verse right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What's funny because I didn't listen to the song so much. I know your verse by heart. So
Yeah, that was a refresh. It's always a refresher, man. When you record someone, I know when you record so much, it's like, oh shit. And
yeah.
then you ain't listening to it like it's you. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you
Yeah.
just that's the best way to listen to music. I feel like, you know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
you gonna get the best out of yourself. People pacify themselves. I don't like to pacify myself. I'm gonna push it to the limit every time. But yeah, continue.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So first line or first set of lines I want to like ask you a question based off of. So of course you start off, yeah, nigga flow off the Richter. Don't come
Mm-hmm.
around me asking about what $10 get your shit. Cause I'm gonna tell you not a motherfucking thing. So
Mm-hmm.
that part right there, and you don't have to name names, you don't
Mm-hmm.
have to get specific.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't even necessarily have to be music related.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about a time where somebody really tried to lowball you based on like your skill level, your talent level, and they try to like give you a price. It's like, bruh, really? Or sis, really? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I'm gonna do this because it's really I can name something that really irked my nerves.
All right.
Can I do that instead of the money part?
Absolutely,
Because
absolutely.
it's still value there. You get what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
absolutely.
So somebody asked me to get on the song, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, homie discount style, just because they knew somebody I knew.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, you know, fine, I'm gonna do it. I do the verse. They Now their part doesn't sound the equivalent of mine, right? You
Yeah.
know how I am with my vocals. You know, you know what I'm saying? So their sound wasn't up to par, I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
So they start after you already hit me with the homie discount, you like, hey, look, send me the stems.
Right.
I'm like, look, honestly, my joint sound better than yours. And you know, I put my name behind my product. So
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that. Like, you know, if you want to send me yours and I make yours better, we can do that. So they like, no, like we don't do the what they say, we don't do the bullshit mixing over here. Now I'm listening to the song,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, this mixing isn't good. So they like, well, I go to the studio. I'm like, okay, obviously you don't understand conceptually what I'm talking about as far as mixing. You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I said, well, look, if you want to mix it, just take me off the song. Just take
Mm-hmm.
me off the song. I value
Mm-hmm.
my verse more than that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Just take me off the song.
Yeah.
They got their feelings and took me off the song. But I already gave you the homie discount.
Mm-hmm.
Now you want me to devalue myself as far as, you know, my art? Nah, we ain't doing that.
Yeah. See, that's not cool. You know, and I'm glad that you brought up something that didn't necessarily have to do with money, because the thing about devaluing somebody, it doesn't always have to do with finances. You know
Nope.
what I'm saying? It could be time, it could be energy, it could be quality of the final product at the end of the day.
Quality.
Yeah, yeah. I'm big on that. Like I would much rather somebody sell me short money wise and sell me short quality wise.
There
Like,
you go.
you know what I'm
There
saying? You could pay me all of what you want to pay me, but if you're putting me on a song where the quality of the song is trash or is subpar, then I'm like, you wasting your money, dog.
Yeah, because people are always gonna know you for your quality. Whatever
Right.
your quality music is, that's what they come for. They come for that.
Exactly.
They expect a
Exactly.
certain, you know what I mean? Mwah, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If they
Mm-hmm.
don't get that, then you fell short.
That's right.
You know
That's
what I
right.
mean?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah, so that's one instance where it
Mm-hmm.
was like, nah, we ain't doing that, fam.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you one bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like you have to stand up for, because your name is on it at the end
for
of the day.
sure.
You
For
know?
sure.
Yeah. 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 And I want to make sure I pull in this comment from my sis, Miss B's Academy on YouTube. She says, never devalue yourself. I'm so glad you had them take you off the song.
There you
Absolutely.
go. Absolutely. Thank you, sis. Thank you.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think. Then you say, I'm telling you, not a motherfucking thing. Where was you when a nigga had his pockets in a sling, boy? Like, what was, like we all have been in those times as artists, especially as independent artists,
Right.
where funds were tight,
Right.
or times were hard. You know what I mean? In
Absolutely.
your time as an artist,
Uh,
what was like one of the hardest times that you could remember, and how did you bounce back from it?
mm, well, let me see. It obviously wasn't around the time when we was doing a bunch of business.
Yeah.
it, 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 it came a little while after that, man. Like
Okay.
you know, as far as my studio and whatnot was going on, you know, because I built my own studio because you don't want to wait on nobody. Let me start out by saying that. Anytime now everybody's not meant to have their own studio. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like some people do need engineers and whatnot, but you know, I've had years and years of just engineering myself.
Mhm.
So, you know, it was a little while like after that. I can't remember what year exactly, but things was kind of rough.
Yeah.
Things were kind of rough. And you know, I'm just saying, like, hold on, man, you asking me for a discount, right?
Hmm.
You ain't somebody I can lean on when I was, when my was stuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No. We ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? At least there's a barter system you could deal with too.
Yeah.
At that point in time, you wasn't around. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You wasn't around for that. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna need this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need this.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real. That's
Yeah.
real.
Don't be asking me with $10. No. We can't do that. We can't do that. You ain't been around long enough for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean that's real. You know, like you really have to like when you down and you down bad, like a lot of times, you know, people don't see that part. Cause the thing is with what we do and being in the public eye in a lot of ways.
You
And
make it look good all the time.
right,
Always
right.
make it look good.
Right, exactly. And it's not always like that, you know, like I've gotten to the point in my life where I don't have any problem telling people like, yeah, this was a little bit of a struggle. This,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, this particular stretch, you know, because I feel like you become more relatable when you're not afraid to show like, look, times is tight, you know, like streams is low or whatever is low. It's a struggle right now, but you can see this.
When I dropped Stay True, I don't know if you remember, man. It was the cover was me sitting on my car that I no longer had.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? When
I
I
love
say
that
no
cover.
longer had, I meant it was done working. It gave out.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying?
Wow.
So that's the time I'm talking about. I forgot that you knew about Stay True, so I could say that.
Yeah. That's you know I love that album. I love that album, man. Like when that joint came out, I was on it when it came to like helping you plug that joint because like it was one of my favorite albums of that year from anybody, major, independent, anybody. It didn't matter. You know what I mean? Yeah. And a lot of the people that I let hear it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, when you came on Breakout Kings, you know what I'm saying? They were celebrating it. Anybody else I let hear, they were celebrating it because it was real. Like you one of the most real people that I know when it comes to like what you put in your music. You know what I'm saying? And that cover, you letting us know, like that's a peel back of a layer right there because I didn't even know that. You know, and it makes that even more real because it makes the whole thing of staying true even more real.
There you go.
Yeah.
And also, side note, that's on streaming platforms. You can go check that out, folks. Y'all can go check it out. KAE-9, Stay True, stay T.R.U. You want, man, you could just listen to it.
Great album right there. Great album, y'all. Y'all will not be disappointed whatsoever. You know what I mean? And shout out to Shadow of Love 412 on the check-in on Instagram. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Also, KB the Kid, my man Kevin on the check-in on Instagram as well. Definitely appreciate the love and support. So let's skip ahead a couple of bars to the part where you say, as of late, I feel like top 5. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I just love like the boldness of the bar, just period. You know.
Yeah.
I mean?
So I mean, music and anything, it comes in waves, right?
Yeah.
I know you've had a moment where you was up here on a wave, and then you know it kind of simmered down. Not saying that you ain't on your A game. I'm just saying that wave you gotta when you making music and anything. Matter of fact, when you doing anything creative, right? If you paint, if you draw, if you whatever you do, right?
Yeah.
That
right when he's about to make the really good point. Y'all give it a second, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate everybody for your patience and for tuning in as well. I think it should kick in short.
You hear me?
There you go. Yeah,
okay.
Right when you was making that point.
yeah. So the wave of inspiration, man, like right there, you gotta ride it.
Yeah.
You have to ride it because it's gonna come down eventually, and then you're gonna be waiting for it to come back again. So at that moment in time, I remember exactly where I was at, bro. I was on top of the wave, right? I'm talking about on top of the wave, like riding the wave. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That I believe that might have been in the midst of Stay True or right after or something like that. So I was really in my mode.
Yeah.
And so that's what I felt like. I felt like that. Like,
Yeah.
hey man, if you put me in a room with somebody, I'm gonna do what I do with the best of them. That's
Yeah.
where I was at.
I feel that, man. I feel
Yeah.
that. So then that begs the question, top 5 at
Mm,
that time. You could say at that time, or you could even say right now, or you could do both. At that, let's start with that time.
mm.
Who were the 5, including you?
Who were the 5, including me, boy? Dalon.
I feel that, man. I feel that.
Nah. Really, no. That's probably what I felt like at that time. Honestly,
Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah.
really. I probably wasn't listening to too many folks
Yeah.
at that time. I can't remember any like nobody's a standout. Yeah, nobody's a standout at that time. I was really in my bag, like just recording.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you in that bag and you just don't want to listen to too many people because you don't want it to shed off on you.
Yeah.
That's where I was at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's a conversation that I've had with a lot of different artists.
Yeah.
Everybody's process is different.
Right.
And a lot of times when people get in like super creative mode, they don't really listen to too many people, if anybody at all. So it's like, it's really kind of sort of like you're tuning out the noise so that you can focus on what's being given to you divinely. You
So
know?
I go back to oldies when I'm in that type of zone. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? I go back to you know, Jimi Hendrix, just great people, man. You know, great people. I wasn't listening to no rap at that time. Probably not.
Yeah.
I can't recall.
Mhm.
But you want to talk about top 5 right now?
Yeah, we could talk top 5 right now.
I want to hear your top 5 too, though. If we gonna
Oh, okay.
if we
I
gonna
mean,
talk,
my top 5 is gonna be all time. Like, I don't really do.
got you. You don't
Yeah,
do moment. You don't do the moment.
nah. Like, some people might shift up and move up in the moment, but like I always move all time.
Okay. Well, all time. Give me that.
Okay, all time. Because my order just changed. Because my man Nas moved back into my top 5. He
How
wasn't
about
in it.
no order?
No order. Okay. Jay-Z, Nas, Ghostface,
Ooh.
Scarface,
Ooh.
and Biggie.
Okay.
Biggie. Yeah. Biggie's always been in my top 5. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him moving out of it like anytime soon. You know.
Got
But Nas moved back in my top 5 after KD3. Man.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. Nas never left mine. I'm gonna say Nas, Jay, Scarface. The other two are always it's always switching and so let me see. Old Wayne. Old Wayne. You know, Wayne, and I'm not saying that like Wayne can't do his thing right now and whatnot. It's not for me anymore.
Yeah.
I like when Wayne was ferocious. You know what I'm saying? Like there was no other. Wayne is the influence at this point in time.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? He's still the influence.
He is.
Let me see the last person. It used to be Pimp C.
Yeah.
Used to be Pimp C, but everybody doesn't understand why it used to be Pimp C. So I always explain it very simple. I look at artists like creative players on like basketball games. You feel what I'm saying? Do you check this off? Do you check this off? Do you check this off? Like, Pimp was a character, one.
Yep.
He could sing too.
Yep.
He was a good rapper. I'm not saying he was lyrical, but he was a good rapper. 3.
Yeah.
And he made beats.
Yes.
People don't know that about him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he was a true artist in his form. So I'll throw him in there for right now because I can't think of anybody else.
I mean, and he's somebody great to have in the top 5. Like for me, you didn't have to explain it at all. But I know for everybody else.
This is for them. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People who are hip to UGK and what made UGK special.
For
As
sure.
much as we love Bun B, as much as we respect Bun B,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have UGK with the identity they have without Pimp C.
No, sir.
You just don't,
No, sir.
because he just added a flair to them as a duo.
Real player too, like a real one, like
Yeah.
real.
Exactly. Like he was just authentic, and like you said, like the production wrinkle for me is what takes it over the top.
What?
Yeah.
Their production was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. And even if he didn't necessarily produce every beat, with his musical mind, he had a hand in it somehow. He knew what he wanted to hear.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's a great top five. Our top fives ain't too far off from each other either.
No, they ain't. It's two different ones. That's
right.
all.
Exactly. And both of the joints, both of the ones you got in your that are different from mine, I love both of them.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Because Ghostface, you threw that one in there, boy. Ghost is a monster.
Yes.
Ghost is a monster, man. Ghost is a monster.
I tell people all the time, you put his catalog up against anybody's catalog, he's going to give their catalog a run for their money.
He crazy with it, bro.
Yeah.
He crazy. He crazy. His wordplay, the fact that he just throw words out there sometimes, but it makes sense. He make it make sense. He can say some shit that's just off the wall, and you'll be like, "I'm fucking with that."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
him and Ray go together for me though, like Outkast. Like,
absolutely. I mean, they one of the best duos in hip hop ever.
It's like ketchup and mustard. It's like, yeah.
That's real. So we got a question that came in. This is from my dad in love. I call him Mr. Marvin Armstrong. He has a question for both of us, where he says he asks, where does Rakim rank on our list?
Oh man, I got something for that. Rakim is up there. He's up there now. I don't always go back to the older school of rappers, which I probably, because they just cement it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, if we want to do a top 5 of them, that's a whole different thing. But Rakim, he's one of them people that made me want to rap. Rakim, Kane, Cool G, like, yeah, they I can't put them in no top 5 because they already like super legend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, they super legend. But Rakim is, come on.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like it's hard to people like that, people like KRS, people like I mean it's Big Daddy Kane.
Teachers, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to like really put a ranking on them because, like you said, they're already cemented, and it's almost unfair. You know what I mean?
It's super unfair.
Yeah.
But that when Rakim was already good, but when he dropped that 7th letter, man, that I said, ooh.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. Real talk. But like I definitely you know what I'm saying, it's nothing but respect for Rakim, because without Rakim, you don't get a lot of the flows that you have.
You don't.
You know what I'm saying? Rakim, like I said, Big Daddy Kane, like I feel like people like them really really laid out the foundation of how to rap
for sure
from their era on.
And then honestly, Rakim, because I give you the same thing. If you listen to my music enough, man, you'll see I drop some science in there, but it's still this in there. Rakim gave you the science. You know what I'm saying? He gave you the science, and he still gave you the street element. You know what I'm saying? He did that very well. Yeah, that's where Nas got it from.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. In fact, Nas had a song, I want to say it was on the Streets Disciple album.
It was on Streets Disciple.
Yeah, the unauthorized biography of Rakim. Like I thought that was just like a dope song, because it was like, one, you were looking forward to who else he was going to do after that. Yeah. But two, when he went down the story, it made you more interested in Rakim as an artist.
That was good. That was a good ode. That was very good.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to definitely make sure I shout out some folks tapped in on IG. Shout out to the homie John Hands on the check-in on IG. I don't know whether he said he put the number 4. I don't know whether that was in reference to Rakim on his list. But you know what I'm
So,
saying, if that's the case, then I mean top 5, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
for sure.
much respect. And we talked him up earlier, and he tapped in for a bit. Shout out to the homie Ryan Lucas DC on the check-in on Instagram. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, peace,
He tapped
peace.
back in. You know what I mean? And I want to make sure I read this comment from Miss B's Academy on YouTube. She said, my top 5: KRS-One, Run DMC, MC Light. I think that's Lamala and Evie Queen. You know what I'm saying? Evie Queen. A lot of people don't know about Evie Queen, man.
Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you something ill though, man. And when we get to talk about them legends,
Yeah.
I got to always like, you know, I like the females a lot. I like a lot of females, man. But that Queen Lie, that
Yeah.
Queen Latifah, boy.
Yeah.
Don't nobody got no voice like Queen Latifah, and then nobody rap like her to me.
Yeah.
Like she was ill, bro.
Yeah. Queen was special, man. You know,
Yeah,
still is,
that song. I always liked her, but when she dropped that song that was on the New Jersey Drive soundtrack.
Oh yeah, people don't talk enough about that one.
Good God.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was dope right there. That was
Yeah.
dope right there. Yeah. So okay, let me see. What other lines do I want to pull out before I get to the last couple of lines? I'm trying to think. Okay,
Yeah.
so from there, as a late, I feel like top 5.
Mhm.
I know the home run. They hoping for a pop fly. My coattails they trying to ride. That part right there. You know what I'm saying? Because I think and again, you don't have to name names. You know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of times when we have star quality to us as artists, there are definitely people who try to ride those coattails. You know what I'm saying? They try to hang on to that success. They see it's almost like, and I don't want to make it so I don't want to make you seem like Jesus or nothing like that, but it kind of makes me think of the whole thing of when the woman in the Bible touched Jesus's garment, and like he knew exactly when somebody touched his garment.
Yeah. Yeah.
She just assumed that there was going to be some kind of blessing to come from her even touching the hem of his garment.
Yeah. No. We know it's a metaphor. I ain't taking like you know, big like the great one. I ain't saying that. But yeah, bro. You saying when did that happen?
Yeah, like if there's any
Man,
situation where that happened.
Listen. I'm gonna say is, you know, when it happened, it was a lot of people around me at a point in time. I had a lot of people around me, and they wanted me to be the one to go, right?
Yeah.
Wanted me to be the one to go all the time, but everybody had talent.
Mm-hmm.
Every single person had talent, and I would push them. Excuse me, I would attempt to push them out there. You know what I'm saying? To showcase their talent.
Mm-hmm.
But it was more so like, hey, what's up, Kate? Like, what you doing? Like, yeah, I'm like, no, like, come on, let's all go, right?
Yeah.
And you know, before you know it, once I stopped like pushing them, so to speak, they stopped even trying. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you were waiting on this train.
Mm-hmm.
You was driving your own train, you waiting on this train.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, man. I'm not really for that.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're talented. Like if you got talent, I only had people around me that had talent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what you doing? Why you waiting on me? Why are you waiting on me?
Yeah. It has to be self motivation, you know, at the end of the day. And beyond self motivation, beyond self motivation, it has to be self discipline, because discipline always wins over motivation. Always.
Self-discipline. And not only that, me and you were talking about, you know, early in this on this stream, like pushing. You know, you pushing your fellow artists.
Yeah.
You looking for me to? I'm waiting for you. Give me something. Give me
Mm-hmm.
something. You know what I'm saying? Make me go a little bit harder.
Exactly.
I wasn't getting it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I wanted to make sure I pulled in this comment from Miss B's Academy on YouTube. She said, "When you're different, great, unique, and just plain dope, this is what happens." Yeah.
This is what.
That's right.
It's part of the game. It's part of the game.
Mm-hmm. Penalty of leadership.
Yeah. Hey, I like that. I like that because it is. But at the same time, it's not really. It's not so much a penalty if you take it and you get that wisdom. Once you get wisdom, it's like, man, what am I? Oh, hold up. This is all decoration around me. I don't even really need it. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
And it's not being disrespectful to anybody else. It's just like you were keeping them around for something. You know, I want the extra push. I want to help y'all. Like, y'all just want to look like ornaments. Like yeah.
You
know, like, oh, okay, nah, I'm all right on that.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. That's powerful. They just want to be ornaments.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, just decoration around, but then they're not necessary.
No, unnecessary.
Yeah,
you could take the ornaments off. You still gonna have a nice tree. You know what I mean? It's decoration.
Right. Real talk, man. Real talk. And shout out to the homie Ismark Cooper on the check-in on Instagram. Appreciate you for tuning in, my brother. You know what I'm saying? So the last bar that I actually, because I feel like that covers quite a few bars after that.
And I ain't gonna lie, Joe. That tree analogy just started playing in my head because you can't hang no ornaments without the tree.
That's right. That's right. Bars.
Yeah, that was a bar.
That's right. That's right. Like my man Mark Cooper said, just want to hang around. Exactly. That's all you want to do.
That's it.
That's real, man. That's real. So the last bar that I'ma say, we gonna peel back the layer 2, is the very last bar. Can hear him now. This nigga K think he jigger now. Wow.
Wow. You heard the wow in there. You heard the wow.
Right. You gotta throw the wow in there.
It's like, what? Because I respect myself and I feel like I'm one of the best. Like, I think I'm jigger now. Oh, because I'm trying to charge you because I think I'm one of the best. Oh man. Wow. That's what that was. Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
So what does that comparison mean for you? Like, you can include lyrics, you can include the business aspect, whatever you want to include when you revere Jay. Because I mean, Jay, we went down top 5 list. Jay is in both our top 5s.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So like revering Jay in the way that you do, like what does that bar mean for you in terms of either ways you might see yourself as being similar to Jay-Z or ways in which you might even aspire to be like him?
So I'm gonna tell you what I actually meant by that bar. And then later people started, and this is not from me, people started saying, hey man, you kind of your flow is that mixed with a little this and da. But what I was saying was, you see how Jay he's calculated about how he moves with people. You get what I'm saying? He's calculated about the features he does. He's calculated. You get what I'm saying? So I'm saying they're gonna look at me and be like, oh, he think he that now. You know what I'm saying? Versus saying, like, that, he doing it right. You get what I'm saying? It's, oh, he think he that now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the wow. Like I can't even aspire to be great. You feel what I'm saying? Like what? Wow.
Yeah. Like who are you? I mean, and it's a bunch of people that you could aspire to be like. That's just it. You know what I'm saying? But like just the whole bar of greatness, who you revere as great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, who took it further than him?
Yeah.
Who took it further than him?
Right.
Who's been rapping this long? Great.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
And in a lot of ways, especially if you think projects wise, maybe not every single verse that he drops, but like project to project, like the last one he dropped was one of his best. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
'cause it showed his growth as a man. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like, how many people are rapping at that level at 50
bro,
plus?
bro. He's the bar. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He's the bar, and I don't just say that about rapping. I say that because Nas, I might get a little flack for this. Nas is a far better rapper than Jay-Z,
I
right?
agree. I agree.
Jay-Z's a far better artist than Nas.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And you know, as far as their business acumen, like Nas does good business too. I think he just reached the B's as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so, but Jay is the bar is just as far as just staying there. Like he's been there. He's never just it's never went like this.
Yeah.
It's always either this, like I'm staying here, or I go up.
Hmm.
And it's been like that his whole career.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah, yeah. So
Agreed.
why do I look at him and why do I revere Jay? Because of that.
Right. Yeah.
He's the bar for, hey, take it up. Take
Hmm.
it as far as you could go.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm with you on that. Definitely with you on that. I wanted to read a couple of comments from the homie John Hands. He said, Jay is not the GOAT, but a beast. And it's an interesting comment because I feel like I don't really get into GOAT conversations.
I don't either.
And here's why. Because I feel like when we argue who's the GOAT, it's always going to be based on opinion. Like you can never, I mean, you can have an informed opinion making the argument, but I don't really feel like you can truly determine who's the GOAT based on really anything because it's not fact. None of the
It's all
arguments that we
subjective.
can make, right?
It's all
Exactly. It's all subjective. All of the arguments that we can make are just based on how we feel. And
subjective.
yeah, you can combine a whole bunch of people in terms of like, maybe their combined metrics and how they rate and rank rappers, but even with that, it's still based on opinion. I'm
Yeah,
the type of person I get into like that's why I always say favorites, you know what I'm saying, or my
there you go.
personal top whatever, because it's like I just feel like to try to make a greatest of all time argument for us as humans, I think it's a little bit arrogant, to be
Right.
honest. It's a
It's
little bit
very,
of arrogance of
very,
opinion.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like,
Very,
who are we? I mean, yeah, we could be authorities on it, but at the same time, it's like I just don't feel like you could do it. You know what I'm saying? But
no,
I
you
do.
got an opinion like I got an opinion.
Right,
No, no,
right,
neither opinion is fact. You know what I'm saying? It's all
right,
subjective. But
right.
there's one fact. LL Cool J is the one that coined that phrase. So I always got to give it to him because he's the one that coined GOAT. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Yeah. I just feel like it's one of those things like you can make arguments, you know what I'm saying? Because it's funny because John Hans, he just said, I have proof, I have facts. I'm like, hey, bring it to the table. I
Yeah,
still I still feel like it's gonna be subjective though,
yeah,
because it's one of those things of it's your opinion or your analysis of his trajectory or his rap career. And then on top of that, not everybody is everybody's cup of tea because as much as there's a lot of Jay-Z fans out here, and I mean most of the people I know are Jay-Z fans, but I know a lot of people who aren't. You know what I'm saying? And that's their opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's their right to feel the way that they feel. And a lot of times when they make the arguments against somebody like a Jay, I can't really argue it. I mean, there's been times like as big of a Jay-Z fan as I am, there have been plenty of times where I've been disappointed with Jay-Z. You know what
Hey,
I'm
Joe,
saying? There have been verses, there
I'm
have
gonna
been
keep it.
albums.
I'm gonna keep it a G. Jay, and I love Jay. I just said that. Jay got lines and songs that I've been like, man, this is not it.
Right,
That ain't it. That ain't like what it like. What is it like that? What was
right.
that on? I forgot what album that was. That I know what girls like. Joy. I'm like, man, I never liked that song. I never liked that
Never
song.
been one of
Ain't
my
Lil
favorites
Kim
either.
on it. I don't like. I never liked it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. He
But
could have
that
kept.
doesn't take away. That doesn't take away.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly, exactly. But I get you know, I get, and I want to make it clear to John Hands, because I have nothing but respect for you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, for me, whenever I hear somebody say somebody is the GOAT or somebody isn't the GOAT, you know, it's like, that's cool. I don't make GOAT arguments. Like, I never make those. You will never see me jump into a GOAT argument, you know, like, and to be honest, I feel like there are a whole lot of rappers who are way better rappers than Jay-Z. I will be the first person to say that. And Jay-Z is my favorite rapper, but I know rappers who rap better than Jay-Z. Like,
Right.
and in a lot of ways, it's not even close.
Right.
You know, but for me and how he speaks to me and how I receive his lyrics and the way his lyrics kind of fall on the paper, so to say, or fall on the record, so to say. Like, right. I just enjoy the way he does it more than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't take away from anybody who I think is a better lyricist. I mean, you just said it. I personally think that Nas is a better lyricist than Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? And there are a lot of times where I feel like, dog, rewind. I gave you power. Those two songs alone.
Wait. I got one for you that it's very unpopular, but it has to get a play, man, to the folks that we talking to. Fetus. Have you listened to that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Come on, man.
When you talk about lyrically genius songs, there aren't too many people that are better than Nas.
No,
like,
talk about being in his mom's stomach until he came out. He gave you what was going on in her stomach until he came out, bro.
Yeah.
What is going through your brain?
Yeah. Exactly. And we speak in John Hands' language now, because now we said Nas, and he was like, yeah.
He would that.
Oh yeah. He was like, Nas is the GOAT, and I will win that argument all day. And that's the thing. Again, you can have the GOAT argument. I'm not jumping in that argument. You know what I'm saying? Because I just feel like that's a rabbit hole that I've gone down one too many times, and I've gone down that rabbit hole for Nas specifically. Specifically, I'm going down that rabbit hole for Nas, and it was just one of those things like, you know, I don't even feel like it.
Because the argument is gonna go like this.
Right.
It's gonna go like this.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, for me, it's like, look, I respect the people who I respect. People are my favorites for the reasons they're my favorites, but when it comes to GOATs, I'm like, hey, y'all can have them arguments. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can make those arguments all day. Y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoever you see as the GOAT, hey, I won't disagree with you.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, because more than likely you have a strong argument for them being the GOAT. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you already prepared this. You already prepared this, man. All day you would think about this. Nah, you got it.
Right. Exactly. And then he said, I don't know whether or not this is in response to what the game is missing, or whether it was in the conversation we were just having about like Nas or Jay-Z, but he was saying y'all miss creativity. I know the thing is, you don't see as much of it specifically in this era in the mainstream. Now, there are plenty of people out here who have the creativity.
I'm about to say that. It's plenty of people that get to it.
Right. You know what I'm
just
saying?
not in the mainstream. Right. Because, you know, then we can get into the whole, you know, this will become a political conversation, because it's a reason for all that. It's a reason we're not hearing that.
Right.
They pushing something else, so certain things can happen to our people, but I ain't about to do that.
Right. And then he said mainstream is just songs. Yeah, that's all it is. Like, it's, and songs could be put in air quotes, because it's like, you know, yeah, they're technically songs, but I don't know if I necessarily want to listen to them. You know, like not a lot of them, because a lot of them are just the same. Like, they just sound the same after a while.
Yeah, that's by design.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. But you know, and I know you was trying to get in on the conversation on the live. I don't know how this is going to feed into the audio, because I'm not sure if Keenan would be able to hear you, John. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, if any, like if anything, we could get on an Instagram live afterwards and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We could
Oh,
always do
I'm
that.
a tune in for that. If y'all get on that, I would tune in.
Yeah, for sure. And yes, you're absolutely right. We have to respect hip hop. It's a culture. A lot of times people forget that it's a culture that's involved with hip hop. It's not just rapping, it's not just dancing, it's not just graffiti, it's not just, all of these different, it's not just DJing. There are all of these different elements put together, and then you have the education component that
It's a
hip
way
hop.
of life, man. People
Right,
forget that it started off education. It
right.
started off giving people information, feeding them information. This was the secret way that people were feeding the public information.
That's right.
Then
That's right.
once the people the people got to it, and that's when they
Mhm.
changed it up and change. We could get into that in a whole nother life. You know?
Right. That's real talk. Real talk right there. I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss. I feel like, oh, the homie Tori, he was in here. Uncle Stepdaddy 1217 on Instagram. He was in this joint real quick. I hope he's still on.
Boy,
That's the homie right there.
yeah,
He said the question is, where is hip hop now? And the thing, you like with that question, it's a good question. I think the thing is, it's like, what do you see as hip hop? Because if you look at what hip hop truly is, it's still around. The problem is it's not being put in the forefront. You
yeah,
have hip hop music being made, but it doesn't really represent culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you could throw a genre on it because I mean, hip hop and rap, they put it in the same genre. Now, granted, rap is a part of hip hop, but it's
yeah.
not
But it
the
ain't
common
hip.
substance.
Ain't hip hop though.
Right, right. And then he
It
also
is hip hop, but it isn't the whole picture of hip hop.
right,
Yeah,
right. Yeah. And then he said that's our fault. To that comment, I think it is like when you think about the consumer, if you think about the collective consumer when it comes to music,
yeah.
if you think about the collective consumer, if you think about us as black people and how we consume and what we consume and who
There you
we
go.
put our money behind
There you go.
and who we focus our attention on as artists. Yeah, it is our fault. You're absolutely right because a lot of times we could sit here and we could blame the machine. We could blame the radio. We could blame all of these different entities. But at the end of the day, it does have to fall back in the lap of one, the consumer, and two, the protectors of the culture. You know what
I'm
I'm
gonna
saying?
tell you a secret, Joe. We are the machine.
Hmm.
We are the machine.
Hmm.
They just know how to oil the machine and and
Mhm.
rig the machine and all that. Well, we are the machine. We the
Yeah,
machine. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It like he said, can't nothing go without us.
that's
Can't
right.
nothing go. Can't nothing go without us.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a rigged game. It's
Mhm.
rigged, but it's a we are the machine. You know what I
That's
mean?
right. That's
Yeah.
right. For real, for real. And then he said, why are we thinking money and not living the culture? You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I mean, the thing is, you're in the business, so you can't help but to think money. But at the same time, culture has to come before money. If you do what you're supposed to do
Money
as a
don't come.
cultural preservationist, so to say, or preserver of the culture, the money's gonna come.
It's gonna come to you
Yeah. Plenty of people are out here who do what they're supposed to do to protect the culture, preserve the culture, and they're still getting paid.
for sure.
They still getting paid because they figured out ways to make money while still staying true to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's when it becomes the love of money that because that's always what it comes down to. It's nothing wrong with getting money.
Mm-hmm.
It's when the love of money takes over more than the love of the culture.
For
You know,
sure.
yeah, exactly.
For
And then
sure.
he said, "We own the money and the culture. We just. I think that says fall. We just fall. Yeah, man. We have to be the ones to lay down the gauntlet and say, this is our culture. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't move without us.
Correct.
You know? So.
Correct. But, you know, we don't really do that like we supposed to, man. But as far as I believe he's speaking about the mainstream, maybe. But the people that, you know, there are people like, all right, I'm gonna just name somebody that's halfway, man, like Griselda. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They do it very well, bro.
Yeah, they do
it very well. They have their audience. They not in the public eye, but they stay true to the boom bap. They stay true to the lyrics. They stay true to the merch. They stay, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's people out there.
Mm-hmm.
There's people out there. You just, if you looking at the mainstream, that's not the place to look for.
No,
because it ain't be there. It ain't like back in the day. It used to be Public Enemy in your face. It used to be KRS-One in your face. You know what I'm saying? Like we said, Rakim in your face. You know what I mean? These are all teachers.
Yeah.
That's not what we at right now.
Right.
Another agenda is being pushed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna read a few comments and then we can basically close out. But let's see. Miss B's Academy said, correction, nothing moves with us. Unfortunately, it should, but a lot of times, you know, it doesn't move the way that it should move with us. And then John Hansey said, I know them, but they stay true to money. You know, I guess referring to the mainstream. And yeah, they stay true to what they know best. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know, like they shouldn't even have as much control over culture or as much say over culture as they do. And in a lot of ways, to your point, John Hans, that's our fault. You know what I'm saying? Like they shouldn't have that much control.
I agree.
Yeah. So, but what you got going on, you know, moving forward, man? Like I know you always working. I know you always got some music in the chamber, some things in the works.
I got a lot of music in the chamber, man. I just I'm waiting to present it in a way that is gonna be very beneficial to the music being heard. You feel what I'm saying? Because at this junction in time, man, like I put out, you know, videos are my thing. Videos are my thing because everything, you know, is visual and yada yada yada. But it's coming back to the projects. But I want my projects to be heard the right way. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just stacking up music. Then once I find that little niche, it's time to let it flow.
Yeah, no doubt.
But if they looking for music, like I said, stay true. It's on all platforms. YouTube. If you want to see me rapping, YouTube is the place to go. I got a lot of videos on YouTube.
Yeah, no doubt.
But the projects are coming though. The projects are coming.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to anything you got new going on, good brother. You know,
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. They coming soon. I got a lot of them, man. Yeah. I gotta link in with you, man, and let you hear some stuff because I believe you're gonna be pleasantly surprised for real.
You know, it's funny that you say that because I'm never surprised with you.
Oh man.
I'm never surprised because it's always like, and I've been saying this your entire career.
I give you that.
Yeah, like every single time I hear something new from you, you level up every single time. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always a progression upward. You always add layers to what you rap about, the perspective that you put on whatever you rap about. You just always just take it up, even if it's like a half a notch. It's still a notch. It's still up, no matter what.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That. Yeah, we gotta sit down. I gotta play some things for you and whatnot. You know what I mean?
For sure. You know I'm always here for that. Always. Yeah. And shout out to my sis, Lady Crawley 7, on the check-in on Instagram. Appreciate you for tapping in, Queen. But just let everybody know where they can follow you on social media. I know you dip in and out of social media. Sometimes you want it, sometimes you not. You know what I'm saying? But just
I gotta get better with that, man. But it's just so see, I'm a person that, man, I don't know, man. It's kind of like a draining thing, man. A lot,
it is.
like like even just getting on there and just people. See, I believe, I'm an energy person. I believe in energy and all the blah blah. I'm not gonna get into all that, but I don't constantly now. I got to get better with it before they try to kill me. I'm not saying that this is right. I'm just saying, sometimes I don't want people to just constantly be able to just look at my page and just look at me, bro.
Yeah, I feel you.
Sometimes I don't want to be available. I want to be available when I want to be available. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Especially if I'm not dropping no new project. Like, what am
Yeah.
I doing? Like, what am I here for? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got to get better with it though.
Yeah.
So, 900 Supreme on Instagram, 900, the word Supreme. Twitter, KAE-900. YouTube, you would just type in K9. And yeah, I'm working on a website and all that other stuff, so that's coming soon. But yeah, I'm gonna get to it.
Yeah. My man.
Yeah.
My man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, I love this conversation. I definitely appreciate you coming on.
For
I
sure.
appreciate you, being on the project. Like I feel like it wouldn't have
Hey,
been a proper debut project from me without you on it. You know what I'm
I
saying? So I'm
appreciate that.
honored to have
Hey,
you
I'm
on it.
proud of you too, man, because you now you kicking it up again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate you, and I appreciate you, and I wanna let everybody know who's watching out here. You know what I'm saying? This brother right here, K9, he put the battery in my back, like probably like I say over the last 2 years when it came to get back to making beats. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? He been putting that battery in my back, like,
Yeah.
hey man, I need you to get back on it, and like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I can say like I've
That,
really
that, that,
gotten better at it
you
because
gotta
I've had
think
that.
that's something I'm not able to do. You
Yeah,
get what I'm saying? So
yeah,
if you got that in your arsenal, it's like no. You just let that. Don't let that thing rust up, man.
yeah,
Keep that thing going. You know what I'm saying? Keep that
yeah.
machine going. You don't use the machine, it's gonna rust. You gotta keep it
Right.
going.
That's right. That's right. And
Yeah,
I appreciate you for that, my brother.
ain't nothing, bro. Ain't nothing. That's what we here for.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Well, so this has been a great conversation, and I know this won't be the last one.
Nah,
we gonna be
it
doing
ain't the
some.
last one, man. I'm a little rusty. I ain't done an interview in a minute. I'll be a little better next time.
Hey, nah, you were sharp, man. You were on
Yeah,
it.
yeah. But I like to be, I like to be Gensu shop. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But
yeah, yeah. But we're gonna be doing some more stuff together in the future, so you'll definitely be on another episode of the Maximum Sentence.
for
So,
sure, whenever you need me, brother.
absolutely, my brother. All right, now we'll be talking soon.
All right, big dog.
All right, peace, brother.
All right.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, that was the homie K9 who has the second verse on my song, What Can $10 Get Me, from my EP, The Late Bloomer 2, which if you don't already have, you can go to my website, which is bammllc.net/music. Once again, that's bammllc.net/music. You can also go to my Bandcamp page, which is ajthrowback.bandcamp.com. Once again, ajthrowback.bandcamp.com. And you can get 4 bonus tracks if you buy it off of Bandcamp. And Bandcamp Friday is coming back around next Friday. So if you want, this Friday. So if you want to wait till Friday and support it on Bandcamp, they waive the revenue share. So that really helps out us independent artists. So I would suggest wait till Friday. Go get it on Bandcamp if you haven't done so already. And much appreciated to everybody who has already supported the project, both projects, because I also have the first EP, which is also out on those same platforms and all digital streaming platforms except Spotify. And of course, I got to shout out my man K9 once again. If you have never heard his album, Stay True, that is stay T.R.U. You can find that on all digital streaming platforms as well. KAE-9 spelled KAE-9. Once again, KAE-9. Search him there. I think there is more than one K9 out there, but if you see the album Stay TRU, that is K9. When I tell you that was one of my favorite albums that came out in 2017, I believe that was 2017 when that came out. Man, I was bumping that joint like all the time. Dope project, vibe. Like, I mean, when I say that project is a vibe, throw that joint on in a car, you straight. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you, Dad, for tuning in. Said great discussion and dialogue. Thanks for engaging with us. Thank you for watching and staying tuned the whole time. You stay here the whole time. That's love. That's family love right there. So I appreciate you. And shout out to the official Vontae, my man, on a check-in on Instagram. Appreciate you for tapping in. Definitely got to watch this joint from the beginning if you miss any portion of this. And I appreciate everybody who watched on YouTube, everybody who watched on Instagram as well. And John Hands, if you wanna have a conversation after this, I'm gonna end this live. If you want to run a live back and we can have a conversation about whatever you want to talk about, we could definitely run it, because I know you chomping at the bit to make that Nas is the GOAT argument, my man. Look, like I said, I ain't gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna argue with you. You know what I mean? But like, look, Nas is a beast, absolute beast. We all know, those of us who are hip hop heads who absolutely love the art of lyricism, we know Nas is not to be played with. Nas is to be respected. You know what I'm saying? So definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in, for all of the comments, all the support. Also, I always got to plug the merch and everything. So I'm actually wearing a different t-shirt from a different brand, but I have no problem supporting other brands. This is from my sis, Latanya Tinch, of the B brand. This is her product of the DMV. Anybody that's from the DMV, but she has other t-shirts as well. You can visit her Instagram page, which is the official B brand, BE brand, on Instagram. So definitely check out her stuff. And of course, I'm rocking my own hat, as always. That is batch.202 on Instagram. But you can also go to my website if you see some merch that you like, or if you've seen merch that you've liked in the past couple of weeks. Definitely hit up my website, which is BAMMLLC.net/shop batch. Once again, BAMMLLC.net/shop batch. Lots of stuff on there. Got hoodies on there, sweatshirts, long sleeve tees. Got snapbacks. About to start adding the beanies real soon, because it's getting cold outside. So definitely need something to protect that head during the winter and all that good stuff. We're gonna be rolling out some more merch momentarily. My man said, he said, but you got to talk to me. Look, we gonna definitely have a combo. We definitely gonna have a combo. I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who wants to join in on it, you know what I'm saying, definitely feel free to join in on it. But like I said, we can do this like literally right after this joint is over. And shout out to my man Elville came back. I appreciate you. Said as soon as I can, I'm on that merch. I got you, my brother. I appreciate you. I thank you so much. Next week will be the last conversation regarding what can $10 get me. That'll be regarding my third verse from that song. That will be the last episode of the year regarding anything from the Late Bloomer Project. There may be some additional episodes to come before the end of the year, but for now, that is going to be one of the last episodes of season 1 of the Maximum Sentence. So once again, I appreciate everybody for tuning. For tuning on YouTube, for everybody tuning on Instagram. Once again, my name is AJ Throwback. This has been the Maximum Sentence, where there's conviction behind the bars. Until next week, once again, that will be on verse 3 of What Can $10 Get Me from my EP, The Late Bloomer 2. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you right back here next Sunday for the Maximum Sentence. Until then, y'all be easy. Peace.